I used a microscope to prove my husband left his sperm on our shower door. So yesterday morning, I went to take a shower before work and noticed something gross on the glass shower door. It was this crusty white stuff in like 3 different spots, clearly dried and stuck to the glass. I knew exactly what it was. My husband, Mark, had obviously been taking care of business in the shower and didn't bother cleaning up after himself. I walked back to the bedroom, where he was still getting dressed, and told him he needed to clean the shower door. He looked confused. "What are you talking about?" he asked. I explained that there was his dried stuff all over the glass and it was disgusting. He needed to either clean up after himself or stop doing that in our shared shower. That's when he got all defensive. "That's not what that is. That's just shampoo that splashed on the door. You're being crazy right now." I stared at him. The shampoo excuse was the stupidest thing I'd ever heard. "Mark, I know what shampoo looks like. That's not shampoo." He doubled down. "Yes, it is. I used a lot of shampoo yesterday, and some of it got on the door. I don't know why you always have to make things weird." Now I was getting annoyed. This wasn't the first time he'd insisted I was wrong about something when I knew I was right, like last week when he swore our dog's vet was open on Sundays. I told him they're closed Sundays and showed him their website, but he argued with me for 10 minutes before finally admitting I was right. So I went to my closet and pulled out this box of supplies from when I took microbiology in college. I'd kept all my slides, cover slips, and even my old microscope because I thought they were cool. I grabbed a Q-tip from the bathroom, went to the shower, and collected a sample of the mystery substance. Mark was watching me like I'd lost my mind. "What are you doing?" he asked. I ignored him and made a wet mount slide, placing the sample between the slide and cover slip with a drop of water. Then I pulled out my microscope and took a look. There they were, little sperm cells swimming around clear as day. I adjusted the focus and called Mark over. "Come look at this and tell me it's shampoo." He came over all huffy and looked through the microscope. His face went completely red. "This is insane. You actually made a slide of my sperm? Who does that?" I told him we wouldn't be having this conversation if he'd just admitted it in the first place and cleaned up after himself. He started yelling about how I can never let anything go and how I always have to prove I'm right about everything. "Because you always tell me I'm wrong when I know I'm right," I yelled back. "Every single time. The vet hours, the sperm on the shower door, everything. You argue with me until I have to prove it, then you get mad at me for proving it." He said I was being dramatic and that this was different, that making a microscope slide of his sperm was taking things too far and was embarrassing. I reminded him that I work as a private investigator. Finding proof and getting to the truth is literally my job. He knew this about me when we got married. He stomped off to the bathroom and cleaned the shower door, slamming things around the whole time. Then he left for work without saying goodbye. When he got home that night, he was still mad. He said his coworker thought the whole story was hilarious when he told him, but that didn't make it okay. I asked if he finally admitted it wasn't shampoo. He glared at me and said, "Obviously it wasn't shampoo. I knew that. I just didn't think you'd go full CSI over it." The microscope is still sitting on our bathroom counter. Every time he sees it, he gets annoyed all over again.